My greatest fear is being locked inside.
About a week, maybe 2 weeks since I got back from the mental hospital.
In 2023, I was in and out of 5 different mental hospitals in a matter of 4 months. A combination of too much medication and trauma led me to experience psychosis, catatonia, and long story short, I lost my mind, but I got it back. Here's my story, told through poetry.
I stole a yellow hat from Walmart. I needed something bright to cover up the black thoughts that were pulsing out, something to keep the crazy tucked in. So I placed it on my head to keep the voices quiet, and I walked out. When I pressed the buzzer to enter the mental hospital, I told them I felt unsafe in the skin that held these thoughts in. Do me the favor of stealing me from myself. And I walked into the mental hospital with a yellow bandage on my head, and they stole back my yellow hat. And they left me in a white room to let all the thoughts bleed out. Nights turned to days, days turned to weeks, weeks turned to a new calendar page. 1, 2, 3, 4 months left my mind anemic. Empty. I couldn't remember the yellow memories. I blacked out. But yellow was the first color I saw when I stepped back out. Yellow from the sun's lips on my skin, green from the grass under my toes, pink from my dog's tongue on my cheek. I found color again. And this time, I didn't need to steal it to feel it.
I admitted myself to the mental hospital because I was depressed, I was suicidal, and I was scared to be alone with myself. I had a lot of traumatic things happen right before I admitted myself. That tends to be the case. According to the Cambridge University Press and Assessment, 94% of inpatient women had experienced emotional abuse from a partner prior to hospitalization. This article that I read from Cambridge University also stressed that domestic violence has been linked with many mental disorders, including anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorders, and psychosis, all of which I experienced. While these statistics are scary, this story is about healing, not horror. Here's a little insight on what it was like inside the hospital.
My greatest fear is being locked inside for so long that the air is so stale my nose bleeds. The closest I'd get to being outside is the tapping of rain on my window. I press my hand on the glass. Condensation outlines. It's cold, but not as cold as inside my mind. It's hard to remember what it feels like to be alive, to be wild, to lay in the grass and absorb the sun. Humans aren't meant to be in a cage. We have to move. It's what keeps us sane. 15-minute checks, pills, and buzzer calls. If I weren't already crazy, I am now. I can't get out. The one escape is in the print on my wall of the sun beaming through a pair of trees. It makes me feel like I'm frozen with it, stuck in a moment with it. Wait, now I'm not able to get out of it. Everywhere I look, fear. Comments from inmates, patients echoing through halls, tap, tap, tapping from the one who won't stop walking, cackles of laughter from the one who won't stop laughing. I was the one who wouldn't stop screaming, afraid of everyone and everything, alone inside my mind. No visits, just phone calls. Do you remember his number? You don't want to call his number. I want to call him. Don't call him. Mom says the church is praying for me. Maybe the church can't save me. I don't have a demon inside of me. It's just anxiety. It's a reaction to trauma. It's a reaction from the pain inflicted in my mind that has stayed cut open for so long and got infected. I'm a rat in a lab. Blood draws and injections. All the inmates are leaving. Patients, except the scary ones, they stick around. When will I get out? When will I get out? Please let me out. Please let me out. Let me out of my mind. Let me out of my mind.
So I first voluntarily admitted myself, and then I got so bad that they 302'd me, and that basically meant that I couldn't leave and I was committed. And while it was scary, it was terrifying, and that poem I think does a good job at describing how terrified I was. Being locked inside those mental hospitals was the safest place I could have been. I couldn't hurt myself. Nobody could hurt me. And I had structure. I had structured time to eat meals, time to go to group therapy, time to rest, time to do activities, and it was a pause. I didn't have to do anything other than work on myself, and while a lot of it I was experiencing psychosis and I wasn't really here or with it, it did give me a sense of community, and that's something I was severely lacking.
I was reborn in the mental hospital. I lost my mind and I got it back. Back enough to realize why I lost it. Back enough to realize I don't need you. I let you become the other half of me. 75%. 90%. All of me. You consumed my mind. Every thought was filtered through being good enough for you. I didn't realize I was losing until I lost. Until I saw the world as black and white like you. Until I couldn't see the silver lining in the clouds like you. All or nothing thinking. Your cognitive distortions consumed me. Made me think it was okay for you to abuse me. Why I still miss you baffles me. You made me feel safe while you were holding me. At gunpoint. You handed me a gun when I was at my lowest and told me to point. I gave it back to you, afraid of what I'd do. Days later, I tried to break into your place and take it. To do away with my life. But I stopped and self-admitted. After you screamed at me, after I cried on the floor and pleaded for you to understand me, you never did. You still don't. And I won't play into your fantasy that we can ever be. You're not half of me anymore. 75%. 90%. I am all of me without you. Sometimes people walk out of your life and they don't come back. I was reborn in the mental hospital. I'm back, but I'm not yours at all.
First episode, psychosis, otherwise known as FED, studies have reported 74% of people obtain remission after 9 months. I recovered quickly. Would not have been okay without intensive outpatient therapy, but that really helped me. And I was back working a job 1 month after being in the hospital.
In outpatient therapy for April, May, June, July, going on 4 months. 3 days a week for 3 hours and 2 days a week for 1 hour group therapy and independent therapy. So it's been a fun ride. I'm 23, but I never went to school. But I'm starting school in January for psychology. It did get worse before it got better.
I was still experiencing symptoms from post-traumatic stress disorder. I even had a severe PTSD attack at work one time. Most people have dealt with somebody who has experienced mental illness, or they themselves have experienced mental illness, so people tend to be a lot more understanding than you might think. I went through all of this in 2023. It is now 2025, and I have made a full recovery. I do have my bad days. Sometimes I do get flashbacks, but I can confidently say that I am no longer suicidal. And that leads me to my next poem.
I've been heartbroken for years. This feeling, this ache, it's nothing new. I've just carried on with it because life doesn't stop unless you stop it. And I've decided that I don't want that anymore. I don't want to run away anymore. I don't want to leave just because it hurts, because then the ache wins. Then I lose. Then this hurt that I felt inside spreads to everyone I've ever loved and who's ever loved me. So I don't want to run away anymore. I don't want to give up anymore. I don't want to play God and pretend that I have the right to take away this life anymore. I wasn't meant to be the person who reminds all of my friends and family that time is too short. I was meant to be the person who will remind them that they can too get low and they can come out of it, that they can too make it out alive.
So I hope you enjoyed watching this video montage memoir. I am currently writing a poetry book about this whole experience, including the poems that were in this video. But I have one last poem that I want to leave you with that I wrote in February, so it was relatively recent. It's called It's Okay. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel low. No one's always at their best. So make some time to feel it all. You're not damaged. You're not broken. You're just going through the human experience. And sometimes it's blue. Sometimes it's yellow. Sometimes it's bright and cheerful. Other times it's not so wonderful. But tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be fine. Tomorrow you'll even wonder why you weren't alright. It's not always this hard. It's not always this lonely. It's not always this dark. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel low. And no one's always at their best. So for today, just feel it all.